Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Milford New Hampshire Water and Sewer Commission meeting, February 16th of 2021. I'm Mike Putnam, Chairman of the Board. To my right is your left is Bob Courage, Vice Chairman. To my left, your right is Dale White, Commissioner. Up in the corner, you can just see the top of his head is our Director, Kevin Stetson, and over in the other corner is our Recording Secretary, Evelyn Jen. Our first item of business tonight is approval of meeting minutes from 1/19 and 2/2/21. You want to do them both at once, or you want to do them separately?
Well, we're doing separately.
All right, so we'll approve the meeting minutes of 1/19/2021 first.
I do have one question in the minutes. It was stated, and I know it was stated originally, estimated domestic consumption for this development would be 20,000 gallons a day. Is that an accurate estimate?
No, that's a ballpark on the conservative side. So we would expect that to be more usage than your typical.
So I guess it said estimated, so with that statement, I can understand it. It's just, it's a lot high, I feel, but being that it said estimated, I guess we can leave it as it is. That's my only question.
I have no question.
Then I make a motion to approve the January 19th, 2021 minutes as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 All right,
Evelyn, thanks for changing that.
Very welcome.
on to the BLC minutes of 2/2/21.
I have one question on page 4. First paragraph. The next to the last line. Town attorney has expressed in years past, enterprise funds should be kept separate from the general fund, which have never been placed return addressed. Substitute the word addressed.
Is that it?
I don't change that.
I make a motion that we approve the February 2nd, 2021 minutes as amended by Mr. Robert Courage.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Evelyn,
They have passed.
I don't see a copy here.
Next, we have 2 sewer abatement requests, one for 20 Shepherd Street, one for 371 Elm Street.
I have it.
We want to just, we go ahead and sign it, and you'll change that. Kevin, seems realistic.
This is the
20 Shepherd Street.
yes.
I got a question on that. Who, when they say broken steel on the toilet,
Yeah, that was it looks like it was the pipe because they had a flooded basement. So it looked like it was a toilet pipe that had broken and flooded the basement as opposed to a stuck toilet that ran into the sewer. That was the difference we were looking at.
who looked at that? The only reason I asked is due to a broken toilet seal. That tells me it's a whack seal under the toilet, which
Yeah.
only dribbles out
Yeah. and
water
the,
maybe during the flushing process, and to make that amount of sewage and take months and months and months.
Yeah, they did send an email yesterday. And it says, we were gone for another 2 weeks. When we returned, we heard water running. We discovered there was water overflow on the basement floor and the toilet was running.
Must be inside, and I wonder if there was something inside, like the flapper, you know? So that it just kept running.
I think we can get more information if you like.
And what is their normal bill? Average bill is about $115.
Well, it's your pleasure, gentlemen. It just seems like a lot of sewage running, flooded their basement. Did they have a plumber come fix it?
Yes, they have it here.
Do we have a copy of the receipt?
I couldn't get that.
Um,
I don't have an answer for that.
I guess, Mike, one thing I have to say is if you look at their bill in December in 2018, it was $118. The bill in the end of December in 2019 was $131. And to have a bill for $1,160, I would have to assume there had to be something leaking. Right? And if obviously, this time of year, there wouldn't be water and flowers or petunias,
No,
you know? So I make a motion that we, unless you, Mike, would like to see the plumbing bill. If not, I make a motion to approve this sewer abatement as presented.
I'll second that. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Three 71 Elm Street, Milford Motor Motel.
Yes, this was near their meter under their building. They had a large leak. And it took them quite a while to find it, but they did locate it and they had it repaired. And their usage came right back to the point before they had the leak. So that was water that leaked onto the ground and did not go into sewer.
So the bill monthly is runs between 1,100 and 1,600. Huh?
Yes,
What did they have? How many months did they have this?
it looks like definitely October, they had a large spike. So that was for the whole billing quarter. So it'd be October, November, December. The average, their usage was 11,684. Their last bill was for 41,545. So close to 4 times as much.
And we didn't get an invoice either on this repair.
We didn't.
That's part of the requirement, isn't it?
I don't recall that it was, but
No, we always get that one.
Well, we've gotten the bill in the past.
Yeah.
okay, I can make that part of this, that we asked for the,
I think we should get that's a pretty big, I'm not against the abatement, but I think we should get an invoice to prove that it's been fixed.
Right.
yeah.
And what they fixed.
And I know I was dealing with this person personally, so I know the steps they had gone through. So just because I know it doesn't mean you know it, you know. And they did get some folks out to repair it. So, yeah, I can start putting that together as part of this.
Plus, if it's an itemized bill, I mean, not an itemized bill, but a bill that explains what they fixed. I mean, I can't see a wax seal leaking that much water. But if it's a broken pipe and the toilet's continuously running and it's overflowing, well, I can see that, but the way I read this was it was just a wax seal leaking and
Yeah, and again, last week when we were talking to them, it wasn't clear, so we asked for clarification. And that's why they sent an email that we got on Monday to explain more detail, because the first explanation wasn't clear on what was leaking on that. But with their email, it was a little more clear that it was likely a broken pipe that was leaking into the room.
all right. Your pleasure, gentlemen, on the second one.
I think we should get some information on that myself.
All right,
More information.
we'll table that till the
Okay.
meeting of the second. 3-2. Alright. Under the discussion information item, project updates. The recent cyber attack on a Florida utility.
There was a computer attack at a water treatment facility in the city of Oldsmar, Florida, February 5th, 2021. There was unauthorized access to this plant's control system. Access was gained through remote access software that was vulnerable. The corrosion control chemical sodium hydroxide, caustic soda, or lye, was adjusted to very high levels. The plant staff had noticed that change when it happened, and they found the unauthorized activity, and they reported it to their supervisor, law enforcement, and adjusted the settings. So word went out to look at our facilities. So our response, we verified that remote access to our system is protected from unauthorized entry. Our access is secure, and we will be alerted if there's any unauthorized attempts to our system 24/7. We have redundant alarms and alerts in place that'll notify us if our water quality has abnormal conditions, and our water customers can be assured that our water supply is safe from this kind of intrusion.
Make sure.
So you're
Yeah.
comfortable with
Very good.
Yeah.
it's in good shape. We don't need to do anything, beef it up.
We're in good shape.
Yeah. Any questions on that, gentlemen?
No,
No questions, sir.
All right, moving on to the next item. Dram cup tank SCADA panel relocation.
Yeah, the panel for the controls of that tank and monitoring, it's located in the underground vault. It's a moist and corrosive environment, and it's also a confined space. So if we relocate the panel to ground level in a weatherproof enclosure, that'll improve the component life and remove the confined space entry requirement when the panel needs service. This was recently discovered. It's an unscheduled project and requesting we use water fund capital reserve funds to pay for the project. I do have 2 quotes that are attached. Quite a bit of difference in those prices.
What-
On the back, on the memo, look at the memo. Memo in the back of the memo is the quote.
no. I got one for wastewater, I got one for stone yard, I got that.
Topic number 2. I'll give you one.
The water sewer. I don't have one. I don't have one.
Sorry about
Got 2 quotes here. One is, $5,063, the other one is $11,100. Why such a variation?
There's a huge variation, huh?
Let's say on a small job.
100%,
Yeah.
over 100%.
That sounds like, are they both saying they're gonna move the panel out of the vault and into watertight, or are they putting out a new stainless steel panel on a pole? Is that gonna be a whole new SCADA panel?
That's a new panel, the enclosure.
What about the other one?
Yes, the NEMA 3R rating, that's for a weatherproof panel, a box for that to go into.
Box for it in?
All the controls to go into, right?
We do business with both of these companies, don't
We do.
I guess, obviously the lower number is what makes sense, but what I like about the lower number
we?
is I know all that they're doing. We see their exclusions. What we don't see on the other is just a simple price, and it doesn't really give any breakdown. I don't really, even if that was a lower number, I wouldn't be excited about it.
Right.
So one of the questions I, to ask questions, sir.
Go ahead.
One of the questions I have is, how is it that we are seeing this now, Kevin? After the budget season, and now we're already wanting to get into the water fund. Just how did this get missed?
Yeah, it got missed. And then it was discovered, and then once it was discovered, the serious nature of it.
Yeah.
It's something you could let go.
Yeah.
But if it's getting moisture, it may be surprising that it survived this long.
Yeah, right.
And I'm pretty sure it's, but if it survived this long, do we let it go and then put it into next year's budget?
No, I don't believe in that. I don't think anyone here believes in that, to let something go,
Because we have problems with it, change it.
And if we have no problems with it, change it before we do.
I think we should do it.
My question, I see nothing in the quotes that are similar. It just says new stainless steel panel on the violets.
Mhm.
Is that a stainless steel panel with all new relays, whatever goes inside a panel, or is that just a stainless steel box? They're gonna take the old panel out of the vault and put it in the new stainless steel vault, box.
Yeah, your NEMA 3R weatherproof panels are stainless steel.
Right, no, I
But
understand
that,
that.
and I hear what you're saying, that doesn't mean just because this says it's stainless steel, that doesn't mean it meets these other specifications.
Right, what I'm saying is, are we getting a stainless steel box to put the existing control box into, or are we getting a new panel?
Right, if you read this, Mike, on E&I, it says, remove existing radio and PLC and install in the new control panel. So they're taking, from what I understand, unless I'm missing it, they're providing the NEMA control panel and all the brackets and so forth, the DIN mounted breaker, the panel mounted heater for condensation, 3/4 inch power conduit from the existing pit underground to the pole, and removing the existing radio and PLC and installing in the new control panel. Reinstalling the antenna cable into the control panel and install the old antenna conduit into the new PLC panel. So it basically, as I read this, providing a new panel and using the guts of the existing, which is probably nothing wrong with it, into the new panel.
That's my understanding.
That's how I read it, but maybe I'm missing something else, but I do see that the excavation and backfill is excluded, which I would assume we'll take care of, correct?
Correct. And it shouldn't be that much. It
No.
could be just a couple of sonotubes
Yeah.
with the brackets
Yeah.
attached to them for the panel to
Yeah.
mount.
Well, in my mind, you don't need to really vote on this, right? Or you don't need to,
No, I think, yeah, we should.
You need.
probably should. Yeah, because it's coming out.
You want to withdraw it.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Well, as presented regarding the Graham Cup skater panel relocation, I approve, or I make a motion to approve the invoice or the proposal actually from electrical installations for $5,063 and to remove that from our capital, our water capital reserve fund.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passed unanimously.
Unanimous.
Next item is the wastewater treatment facility industrial stormwater permit renewal.
Yeah, we found out a couple weeks ago, the EPA, because of the nature of our work, all of our stormwater is permitted because we're an industry that could pollute. So we have an EPA stormwater discharge permit that was issued in 2015, and it's come up for reissue January 15th, 2021. The reissued permitting becomes effective March 1st, and then we're to have this completed with a notice of intent, which is the beginning of the permit, by May 31st, 2021. So with the short time frame and the complexity of this permit, Teton Environmental, they did our last permit in 2015. So we've asked them to assist us in doing this stormwater notice of intent and ultimately the stormwater permit. So I've added some materials from EPA. It shows the deadlines and the last page, just to look at the fact sheet for this. The fact sheet for this program, just the fact sheet has 135 pages. That's not even a permit. I think that's like 700 pages or something for the permit. So it's very complex and it's nothing we should go alone on.
Any idea what the financial cost of that may be?
Yes. In the $3,000 range to get that done.
You're the wrong business deal.
Relentless.
Yes.
Relentless.
Should have been an engineer.
This is just information.
Information.
We've already started, right?
It's already started.
Right. You all done with that one?
Yes.
Hey, Stonyard Drive.
Well, Stoneyard Drive, that's up off Nathaniel Drive, up off of South Street. And we have 3 businesses up there, a pest control company, a auto dealer, and a roofing company. That is being developed, that land up there. The Stoneyard Drive Road ownership, we were expecting that to be turned over to the town when construction was completed. But we found that ownership is going to remain with the developer as a private road. However, we did put our water and sewer utilities into the road with the expectation that that would become town property. So now we should, the water and sewer utilities, as opposed to a housing development, those serve individual privately owned properties along that drive. So that we're accountable for supplying those utilities to those businesses. And we expect future connections to be going on in that area. So options for us as a utility to approach the owner to provide us with an easement along that road for maintenance of utilities. And I'm not sure if we have other options for that up there. And the map I did provide, it's a very simple map, but where that red dot is, where it takes that 90-degree turn from that point on out to the roofing company, that's that private road that we were expecting it to be public.
So that's gonna continue to stay private?
The paved road is gonna be private.
That's my understanding, yes.
Well, we definitely, if we're gonna maintain it, we need easement.
Right.
There won't be any legal issues. I mean, there will be no pushback on this, right?
I don't know. We haven't approached. That's why I wanted to bring it to your attention.
Is it still the Maris?
It is, yeah.
What is the benefit to the water utilities if the utilities remain private?
It's a matter of how we turn that ownership over because they're private businesses, individual private businesses. So, so I would have to find out if we're extending our utilities or if we're able to stop that at the ownership line and then have that be private from that point on. That leaves that owner responsible for all the sewer regulatory requirements and drinking water requirements. So they have to be a licensed operator for both, I believe. So, and I'm not so sure. I'll have to find out if we're able to
Well,
do that.
it's just a question.
Yeah,
Well, I was under the assumption that it's gonna be a public road.
that was when that development was put into place, that was our expectation. But it's changed where that's gonna stay.
What was approved by the planning? Was it approved as a public road, future public road?
I believe it was, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, we didn't go into this with bad expectations. It's, and we didn't change it. We expected that to be a public road. But that's changed where it's,
Who came to you about that? About this?
I heard it from our collections foreman and then I verified it with community development.
Oh, you have talked to community development.
I have, and they said, yes, it is going to be a private road.
I guess I personally would like to know, I mean, myself, well, I think we need more information.
I think this gets a little deeper too, because that setup's an alpha site for that particular kind of force main with the state.
Correct.
So we might not be able to buy out of this
I
thing.
don't think we can.
Right,
Right.
so we're probably gonna have to deal with
It's,
Maris and
you
get,
know,
get an easement.
We have a similar situation up at the reserve. Those are private roads, but it's public sewer. And public water. Pennachuck has the water system. And the town has sewer. And we maintain it. But the roads are private. So,
We just would have to get an easement, right?
but we have easement. the town gets.
Yeah.
For
Right.
our sewer. And
Yeah.
We need, if we're gonna maintain, anything up there, we need legal easements on it.
Right.
Which is an okay.
Yes, I agree. That's why I wanted to bring it to your attention, because when we start down that road, uh, it should be pretty straightforward. There are pipes.
And we shouldn't bear the cost of that, should we?
No. No, we wouldn't, that should, when that went through the planning, if the intent was to be a public right of way, that should have been required. That once the town accepted private right of way, when it was all built and completed, it would be a deed with an easement.
So,
So we need easement.
Right.
And then-
so that to me should be pushed through community development,
That's
correct?
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, in my mind, we might need a meeting with community development to,
And
yeah, you shouldn't be.
Yeah, I can bring that up to them and see where they want to go with it.
who wants to meet with us, no,
Okay,
They shouldn't have to, but,
and how,
but we want to make sure that we get what we need too.
well, I mean, the easements are easements.
I
They've
agree.
got hundreds of them all over town, so I mean,
But
it's not, it's not rocket science.
No, and I don't disagree with you. But I don't disagree with you, Mike, but I want to make sure that we get what we need too, because it has been, in the past, we've had a lot of issues that dealt with after the fact, and I'd rather have this dealt with ahead of,
No, it's kind of after the fact now.
Yeah, sure, yeah, you got a point, right? Yeah, I don't disagree. So meeting with. You'll set that up, Kevin?
yes,
We could even meet up there if we had to.
Well, if they don't need a meeting, then there's no
Right,
sense. in
yes, that's right, if they don't need one, right.
I don't think they need a meeting,
They shouldn't
but
need
it
a
just
meeting.
needs to be followed through.
Right, yeah,
Right, yeah, exactly. They're the ones that are gonna have to sue it.
agreed. Okay,
Any questions on the activity report?
how are you doing on the backflow?
contractor is ready to go. We had to put together a spreadsheet of all of our customers with backflows. We have some phone numbers and emails put together on that. We should have that finished by tomorrow and off to the contractor. We've got notification out to the customers.
Yeah, I know you did, I saw it, and I was really irritated too. I have to pay more, just so you know.
Yes,
I want that
understood,
for the record.
understood.
Keep that
I'm
clear.
losing money too on it.
I don't care about you.
So yeah, we should have them by the end of the week, ready to go. They're waiting on us for that spreadsheet.
Sorry to interrupt. Evelyn, one thing, make sure, could you please, in that industrial stormwater permit renewal, when we were discussing that, make a note that Kevin had suggested that the cost would be around $3,000 to develop that permit renewal, please.
Okay.
Thank you. So I don't see any changes or any to be discussed with the activities report. There's no sewer department. But everything is under the wastewater operating right now.
Oh, turn the next page.
Water, but I don't see,
Yes, I don't think our collection group submitted an activities report.
See the, water department forms did a test run on the excavator, a million mineralized himself.
Yes,
And does he feel confident?
I'll have to find out how he feels about that. He's not scared of it.
that's cool, I like that.
No reason to be. Dale can run one anybody can.
Agreed.
You can run it, I guess.
I have before. I have before.
I could do this.
Never thought he was a backup.
Yeah, me neither.
Guys all set with,
Yeah.
Yes,
all right, any items not on the agenda? Gentlemen,
Oh, none from here.
Kevin, maybe just a few items that we discussed last meeting. We had mentioned about a fund balance for the meeting with town administrator.
Yes, I have some non-public information
Okay.
with that.
Costs regarding town services.
Yeah, same with that.
same with that.
Yep.
And then the paving program, I know Robert had asked.
Yes. Same with that,
Okay,
non-public.
thank you.
anything else, gentlemen? Then we will enter non-public session under RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, open parentheses A, close parentheses, personnel, and RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, parentheses C, reputation. All those in favor of entering into non-public?
I need the second first, right?
Aye.
And
Aye. So, thank you, folks. We're going into non-public.